Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Vice President J.D. Vance just dropped a bombshell on the Democrat Party. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Depending on when you're watching this, the government shutdown has either started, is about to start, or has been avoided. I don't believe it will be avoided. So depending on when you're watching this video, you'll know if I'm correct or not. I've given my reasons in countless videos of why it won't be avoided, and it all points to the Democrats being selfish and caring about their own careers. But J.D. Vance had something to say about this impending shutdown that I thought everybody should hear. This isn't the old Republican Party. This isn't the old Republican Party that comes to the table and acquiesces to your list of hostage demands. That comes in and bends the knee to what you want because you've decided you're going to hold the rest of the country hostage. That's not this Republican Party. It's not, and we're not playing that game. And J.D. Vance was very clear about it. We won't do it. We won't be held hostage. We won't give away everything we got in the one big beautiful bill just to keep the government open. You didn't win the election, Democrats. And you're doing this shutdown now because you think it will help you win the next election. I disagree. I encourage all of you to write the words Schumer shutdown everywhere so people know exactly who is responsible for this. 2 words, Schumer shutdown. On every social media platform you're on, write those, including this one, in the comments. Write those words, Schumer shutdown, because that's who's responsible for this. It's not the Republicans. They want you to think that. But even though Republicans control the government, they don't have a filibuster-proof majority. And the Democrats know that, but they're hoping you don't know that. They're hoping the American people don't know that, and that's why we have to let the people know. The reason for this shutdown is because the Democrats are threatening to filibuster the continuing resolution. It's not the Republicans' fault. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
Right.
Mr. Vice President, so just to be clear, is there room for negotiation here with Democrats? And you mentioned you believe that we are headed toward a government shutdown. Is the federal government preparing to fire federal workers if the government does indeed shut down?
Well, first of all, we have to keep essential services functioning as well as possible if the Democrats shut down the government, and Russ has been tasked with making sure that's possible. Now, you asked about negotiations. One of the things I admired about the president, but frankly the entire team's approach during the conversation we just had with Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries was, they have some crazy ideas. Giving taxpayer money to illegal aliens for health care, that's a crazy idea. Funding transgender surgeries in Peru, that's a crazy idea. But they had some ideas that I actually thought were reasonable, and they had some ideas that the president thought was reasonable. What's not reasonable is to hold those ideas as leverage and to shut down the government unless we give you everything that you want. There were multiple times where Leader Jeffries or Leader Schumer would say, you know what, we should be doing this. And the President of the United States would say, yeah, absolutely, let's have that conversation. But we're going to do it in the context of the people's government being open. We're not going to let you take the people's government hostage and then give you everything that you want. And that's really the state of the negotiation. Yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's have a negotiation. But we're not going to shut down the government because we won't give the Democrats everything that they want. Caitlin.
Can you respond to what Senator Schumer said? Respond to what Senator Schumer said, that there were aspects about health care ending for certain people that the president was learning about for the first time in that meeting. And was the president open to a deal on the ACA subsidies?
The president was learning about it for the first time thanks to Chuck Schumer. But what I will say is, look, we have put a $50 billion rural hospital fund into the big beautiful bill that we passed a few months ago because we know that under Biden administration's policies there are a lot of small town hospitals, a lot of rural health care that was getting shut down and that was struggling. We're trying to fix that problem. In fact, we're happy to work with Democrats to fix that problem. We want to work across the aisle to make sure that people have access to good health care. We are not going to let Democrats shut down the government, take a hostage unless we give them everything that they want. That's not how the people's government has ever worked. That's certainly not how it's going to work under the Trump administration.